Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your host, Jessica,
Maciel,
and Lauren.
Do you want to do an intro of any sort?
Hey guys! What's up? We're back on the pod. New episode. We are watching we're doing a live watch of Together.
Yes.
The movie with Dave Franco and his wife. What's her name?
Alison Brie.
Alison Brie and Dave Franco.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need a comfort giraffe?
What the fuck?
Okay. So we just finished watching Together with Dave Franco and Alison Brie. Ratings.
Well, quick synopsis.
Okay,
quick synopsis. So the overview.
Obviously.
Okay. So we just watched the movie Together, which is a horror film that just came out 2025. It's about an hour and 42 minutes long. It stars Dave Franco and Alison Brie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the overview. It's years into their relationship. Tim and Millie. So Tim is Dave. Millie is Alison. Tim and Millie find themselves at a crossroads when they move to the countryside, abandoning all that is familiar in their lives except each other. With tensions already flaring, a nightmarish encounter with a mysterious unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their love, and their flesh. That is the overview. I guess movie starts off where they're in front of their friends and family. Is it because they were all planning to make the move?
I think it was like their going away thing.
Yeah. Got it. And then the relationship was awkward when she fake proposes to him with no ring.
Yes.
And then I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he is weirded out by it, but I don't think he's weirded out by her having an imaginary ring. It was the fact that he was like, oh shit, you're trying to marry me.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he has like a weird complex, obviously from other people telling him that like she kind of, it's like her life and he's just like kind of going along with it almost like as a partner, not really like having a substantial half to the partnership or the relationship.
So they end up moving. They buy a home. It was his. I thought it was somebody else's home.
Maybe.
Like his grandparents or like they acquired the home or something. Maybe. Because where did the little the saw thing come from? They didn't just take that, did they? Or they found it there?
I thought it was just their stuff.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
We don't really know what's going on with this movie, but they end up moving to this house and then she is a teacher. Or I guess maybe they moved because she got this new teaching gig. Doesn't matter.
Something like that.
They end up moving to this like forest place away from the world.
The city.
And he is an up and coming musician, but again, doesn't really have any plans with his life essentially. So he wants to make sure that she feels seen, I guess you could say. So he's trying to spend time with her. They go on this hike. They fall through this fucking trap hole. They drink water from this well.
Well, he drinks water from
the
well.
And then they start like fusing. Okay, that's it.
He like yearns for her. Like his full body thirst because he drank the water is like he needs to be with her, touching her.
Yeah. And she finds that time it being odd because he's like hot and cold with her. So it comes out of nowhere. But okay, so let's just go straight to questions. Or ratings.
Don't start with me because I don't know yet.
Out of 10.
Huh?
I said out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you gave it a 10.
No,
I was like, dang, you
10.
really liked it?
No, out of 10.
I'll go first. I didn't like it. I'm gonna give it a 4. It it's gore, like horror, you know, all of the body morphine stuff, like that grosses me out. So it definitely made me feel uncomfortable. But I guess what it's supposed to symbolize, like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I think he did an amazing job, though.
Yeah, I thought his acting was great.
His acting was great. I saw something on Letterbox where somebody had made a comment about Alison, where it was like they wish her character gave more, but it was enough to kind of support Dave Franco's character. Mm-hmm. So I feel like their acting was great, but I couldn't enjoy the movie because I was just uncomfortable the whole time, and not in a good uncomfortable. Like I couldn't enjoy it, so I give it a 4. Yeah,
I think I give it a 5. Like, it was just like mid, very mid for me. Like, I thought the story was fine. I think the story was original. I typically like horror movies that do like cult stuff because it makes it more interesting. I feel like the cult stuff, though, is kind of like on the back end. Like, even though that was the main purpose of the whole reason they were fusing, I feel like it wasn't as creepy as I like that kind of stuff to be. The gore was like okay. Yeah. I feel like too the because people label it as a psychological thriller. I didn't really see a lot of psychological thriller aside from the fact that obviously because he's on diazepam, and so obviously it leads back to like anxiety, separation issues on like a psychological level. So I feel like that's kind of what it's representing in a relationship. But I don't know. I feel like the main thing was just gore. I feel like it could have added different things into the plot line other than just gore.
Yeah. I would also just give it a 5. Mid. I don't like, not that I think that there's supposed to be like a message, but I don't like the message of the story as far as like fusing together to become one type of thing. I didn't really like that. But the thing that saved it for me was the acting was good.
Yeah, I love Dave Franco's acting.
That's about it.
Okay, so let's jump into themes and symbolism. So the first one is about body horror as allegory, my favorite word. How does the film's use of body horror serve as an allegory for the strains on a struggling relationship and the fear of commitment?
Don't know.
Well, obviously he was afraid to commit to her because he seemed weird about wanting to get married. And he even said like he felt trapped in a way, but I feel like it was also more so because he was not satisfied with himself as an individual. So he felt trapped and like kind of blamed her for that. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just had commitment issues.
I'm trying to figure out like how the blood could be a symbolism or something like that, but I don't.
Well, because the blood was like
following
and like needed to be attracted to that specific person.
I guess the blood kind of reminds me of, you guys know the red string of fate theory? Do you guys know the red string of fate?
I don't think so.
How like everyone has like imaginary red string tied on their pinky and it connects them with like their soulmate or their person. So the blood kind of reminded me of that. I don't know if that was the intention, but that's just what I thought of.
I mean, that makes sense with like his whole thing about Plato. Was it Plato who he said?
Yeah.
What had like the theory that like we were all created with 2 heads, 4 arms, and then we were separated, and then you have to find your other half. So makes sense of that. Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, you're suspicious.
Yeah. I mean, and being the only other fucking character in the movie, I'm like, it's him.
The only neighbor.
Yeah.
I'm in the yellow house. Like, that's great. Okay, moving on. Okay, this is about codependency, merging lives. So how does a movie explore the idea of merging lives and ambitions, and at what point does it become detrimental? This reminds me of the scene where they have the Mr. whatever his name is at the house, the neighbor, and they start being passive.
Jamie? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I have Jamie at the house, and then they're being passive towards each other. Tim doesn't know how to drive, so Millie has to drive him everywhere, but then she doesn't cook because he cooks for her. And then it's kind of like a dig to each other, like, well, you wouldn't be able to get anywhere if I didn't drive you because you don't have a driver's license or whatever, right? And he's like, okay, well then what are you saying? Would you, if I didn't cook for you, would you actually learn or would you not? So I feel like at that point when people become too codependent on each other, it does become detrimental because it's kind of just saying like, are you able to continue on with your life without this other person being kind of your crutch?
Yeah.
Well, now they're fused so they can both drive and cook.
Well, I've always like believed too in relationships. It's like you always think of it being romantic if your partner is like, I need you. But that's not something that I feel like relationships should strive for, is needing someone. You should just want your person. Because then you lean into the codependency thing of like, well, why do you need your partner? Do you love them because they do X, Y, and Z for you? They provide X, Y, and Z for you versus like, I love my partner because of who they are as an individual, not what they do for me.
Right. Not that like what they do for me or they do something for me that I can't do for myself. Right. Yeah. Side note, the sex scene made me very uncomfortable. I was like, I don't like this. I don't want to watch this. They're like fucking in the kids' bathroom at the school. And I'm like, oh my God.
2 of the Letterbox reviews that I just read. One of them said, oh wait, where is it? They said Dave Franco wouldn't be able to pull out of me either, not gonna lie. And then the other one, they said they finally made a movie about me, parentheses, teacher, dark hair with bangs, dates codependent man children, gorilla grip pussy.
I cannot.
And I thought she was kind of a bitch for just blaming him about their sexcapade in the bathroom. Like, you let it happen, Miss Girl.
Yeah.
You could have pushed him away. Because at that point, she hadn't drunk the water yet. So it's not like she felt the need to, like...
Right. She was saying that, like, well, we haven't been intimate for how long? What do you expect? Like, I've been... like asking, so she's still placing the blame obviously on him.
Right, for not giving it to her when she wanted at the house. But I'm like, you're still to blame.
Yeah,
that ticked me off a little bit. I was like, no. Takes 2 to have sex.
Should take 2 to have sex.
Should take 2. Consensual, which it was.
Trying to find good questions here. Okay, so we have modern love and loneliness. In what ways does Together comment on the challenges of modern love, loneliness, and the demands of long-lasting partnerships? I don't know if this is a good question to answer because I wouldn't know.
I mean, I kind of only know based off of what I see on like social media or from people who are single. But like, have you heard of like the male loneliness epidemic?
Yeah.
Where it's like more men are lonely because women have typically higher standards now, or they're looking for more things in their partners. And so I feel like, I don't know, it kind of ties into that because somebody like Dave Franco is kind of like a man-child who relies on his partner and doesn't really take a lot of responsibility.
And all her friends are like, you need to leave him.
Yeah.
Like, you could do so much better.
So in the end, I mean, she just kind of ends up being literally swallowed by her relationship of just complacency.
Yeah, I think too, during the film, I was like, if my partner was like not acting right, saying that he feels trapped, I don't think I could stay with them.
Yeah.
So, like, I wonder if that also plays into her fear of being alone, a sense, like not willing to leave her partner, even though he's to me, he seemed checked out of the relationship. And so, like, but she seemed very, like, patient with it and, like, patient with him. So I wonder, like, if she was just afraid of being alone at that point because they've been together for so long versus just like, well, I'm going to leave and, be by myself for a while or whatever,
Yeah. She definitely had a codependency for him too. And it could have been that. Like, she just needed a body.
Right. So I was like, if my partner was saying all these things, I don't know if I'd stay. But yeah.
I guess this is the last question I have, I guess. Do you think Dave Franco and Alison Brie's real life marriage helps or hinders their ability to tell the story about a deteriorating relationship? I feel like it definitely helped.
I think it helped.
Me too.
Because it showed even though I would assume that they're married, so they have a great relationship now. It played well because he first acted like really distant, and you could kind of see that he was like super checked out, and that could just be the great actor that he is. But then at the end where they're like, okay, I love you, like let's fuse together or whatever, that was also believable as well. Like they had the chemistry already.
I think their chemistry was very believable. It didn't feel forced. Especially like in the physical touch aspect. Like it didn't feel like they were faking anything.
Oh yeah.
Because they're so comfortable with each other at this point. Like it just helps.
Yeah.
They did great.
Yeah, I thought the acting was really good. Just wish the storyline was better.
Yeah.
Same.
Are there any other kind of comments?
A couple funny ones. These are from Letterbox. One says, as a they, them, myself, I can confirm this is how they make non-binary people. People are funny on here. This is a Love Island reference. It says, snorting each other's diazepam and crawling into each other's skin. My dream date. Cute.
Somebody said, don't recommend going to Chili's before watching. I almost threw up my triple dipper. I almost threw up in the movie too. I was like, fuck, and I'm eating. I think it's disgusting.
One comment says this is The Substance, but for straight people.
Okay.
There you go.
This is what happens to straight people when they call each other partner.
This person said the scariest part for me was them not breaking up after she proposed with hand claws. Facts.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Wait, do we understand the scene with his mother and like the dead?
I was gonna ask that.
Husband?
I don't understand really why that was there and what it tied to.
Me
So the
either.
story was that when he was little, he found his dad dead. I don't know how, they didn't say how long, but walked into their bedroom. Dad had been dead for a few days, it seemed like.
Right.
And the mom had woken up to him dead. So she went into like a mental shock state and just continued about her day, going to sleep next to him. And slowly she just went crazy.
Is that? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how does this play?
I mean, I guess kind of symbolizing the thing about like just wanting a literal body next to you in terms of like being complacent in a relationship,
Maybe.
like not really caring about the person themselves that's in the relationship, but just
Just a
wanting to
physical
have a
being.
warm body next to you, basically.
Yeah.
In their case, it was a cold body, but
Unless they were a zombie.
that was honestly the scariest scene to me.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just like unnecessarily creepy.
So it's just saying exactly what you said. She goes through a psychotic break and she's crying, but she's smiling through the tears while her husband is rotting because he obviously died next to her. So it's that codependency piece.
Okay. I thought maybe there was something more, but I guess not.
Well, and obviously they think that he has like might have some mental instability issues inherited from his mom, and so that's why they give him the diazepam to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their fuse name is Tilly. Just
All right.
where we're.
Tim Millie.
The one part that was also making me kind of annoyed, and this is just a, I guess, preference type of thing. So I'm sorry for anybody that has an underbite, but they kept his stress, like he kept hitting his underbite. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dave Franco, every time he was stressed, when he was like, pushing through, it kept hitting his underbite like real hard. And I was like, they need to stop zooming in on his teeth.
Yeah. He had really good physical acting too, like the way that he like distorted his face and like body and stuff when he was going through his episodes is very interesting.
Whoever they got as the contortionist for Millie as well, when she's like all fucking zombie-like.
Yeah. Oh, the monster thing too was gross.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the cave.
Yeah.
I felt bad for them. Well, I felt bad for the dogs more than anything.
Oh, listen to this. People who can't love each other and be together eventually become monsters to each other, which we know. I think that's what Carrie Gilligan and Simon's story was all about. The couple who were reported missing at the beginning of the film had also fallen into the ruins of the chapel during a hike and drank from the unholy water in the cave. However, unlike our main couple, Carrie and Simon kept resisting the supernatural magnetism of their bodies. In the end, they turned into a disfigured, conjoined creature that would forever remain a prisoner of the cave, mostly because they failed to accept the fusion of their bodies and souls. Their natural appearance further highlights that this is what happens when two people who aren't meant to be together fall in love with each other. Sure.
Okay.
It's likely that Carrie and Simon weren't soulmates or each other's better halves, or at least that's what they believe, which is why they kept resisting their union and therefore eventually turning into a monster.
They were together for complacency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I assumed. I was like, if they accept it, then they're going to be a normal person. But if they don't accept it, they're going to turn into that.
All right. Well.
Well, if you watch together, let us know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Clearly we didn't. But let us know your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us at Fictionally Unstable Pod. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all the things. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yep.
Peace.
Goodbye.